I'm Not Just a Cake Lady, and welcome to my kitchen. We're going to do something different and so much fun. We're going through Disney withdrawal right now since the pandemic and we can't go to Disney. And we love to go to the parks and to the resorts and try all their amazing snacks. So I thought I'm going to recreate Disney snacks and I'm going to make them in my kitchen and we're going to eat them. So here we go and enjoy. I know we're going to. So to start with, we have 2.5 ounces of butter and 2 cups of water, and I put that together and we're going to boil that to melt the butter, and we have to heat it to 95 degrees. So we are making Epcot Norway School bread. So I'm going to try to do a series of videos on favorite yummy Disney desserts. We are huge Disney fans, and so sorry I'm being very boring here on this butter, and it's going to take a while. But anyways, so we'll let that go, and then we'll get back to you. So I have 2 pounds of flour. That's a lot of flour. I weighed it all out. I'm going to add that. Oh, put that in there.
Are you touching dirty people?
And then I have 3.5 ounces of white sugar. I'm going to put that in there. And then I have cardamom. I am not a cardamom fan, but these buns call for cardamom, so I'm going to put that in there.
Grandma, are you touching dirty?
I have my little helper here, so she's talking in the background. And then I have a package of yeast. I'm going to add that in. And now I have the water is still too hot. The water and the butter mixture. So I'm waiting for it to cool down to 95 degrees. We don't want it too hot because then it will kill the yeast if it's too hot. So I'm going to let that cool down a bit more, and then we'll add it in. So I'm going to add the hot water butter mixture. It's probably still too hot. Hopefully I don't kill my yeast because I'm impatient. Recipe is different. Normally I would get the yeast growing in the water, but in this one they do it all dry and then add the hot water butter mixture. So it's a little different than the way I would normally do things, but I'm just following the recipe as it's stated. Just gonna let this mix. Very loud. My dough hook in here too. I'm going to get a big bowl. Actually, I can do it right in here. It has to rise in here for 45 minutes until it doubles in size. I'm going to say that that's done. I'm just going to kind of knead it by hand. There we go. Get off all the little bits. I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and on a towel. There we are. Oh, nice, my nice bread dough. Plastic wrap. And put it in a nice warm place, which will be by my oven. Oopsie-daisy. Sorry about that. Cover it with a towel and set the timer for 45 minutes. And then we'll come back when that has risen, and then we'll form it into balls. Yep, does not say how many buns it'll make. Well, it's a bit bigger, but close enough. Not being totally exact here. That was probably too small. Oh no, that's pretty good. Stick that in there. So the 35 minutes is up. And they're rising nicely. I have an egg wash here. I'm just going to brush this on my Norwegian schoolhouse buns and pop them in the oven, and they bake at 350 for about 15 minutes. I have a feeling these will take a little bit longer than 15 minutes because they're quite big. So I'm just going to egg wash that and pop her in the oven. Somebody needs to invent a smell-o-lator. When you can smell through the video the scent in here. It smells so wonderful. The bread dough smell. Yummy. Anyways, they're done. They did only take 15 minutes. You can always tell by tapping on them. They sound hollow. Then they're done. They're dry. So that's the bun part of it. Now I have to make the custard filling and put it all together. So that's the big bun. And oh man, do I ever want to eat it and hurt myself. But I'm not going to. I'll let my family try it, and I'll get a video of them mowing down on it, and we'll see how these taste. Okay, so I have my glaze. This might be a little too thick. I had to keep adding milk to this. It said 1 tablespoon, but I found it way too thick. I added probably 3. So I have the glaze, I have the coconut, and I have the bun. So what I'm supposed to do, according to the directions, is tear a hole in one. So I'm just going to put a bit of a hole in there so that we can put the custard in there. I'm going to dip the bun into the glaze. Whoa, it's like a giant donut. Then I'm going to dip the glazed bun into the coconut. See that? Ooh, there we go. One hole. Oh, I want to eat this. I want quite a bit of hole in there so that I can fill it really good with the custard. Dip. Ugh, it's really thick. Dip, 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 dip. That's a lot of bun. I don't know. Apparently these are like the thing to get when you're at Epcot. So there's another one. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of coconut on there. It's all falling off on me. So I got to do a few more, and then I'm going to wait for my custard to firm up, and then I'm going to put the custard in. Then a little one. I'm going to do just a little one, then I'll do the rest. And my custard is just thickening up over there. Looks just like a donut. There you go. And I'll come back with the custard. So, my bread is all dry, and I've dipped it, and now I'm putting the custard on top. My custard didn't thicken up as much as I would have liked. It's very runny. So I tore a hole in the middle. Woo! Pouring out everywhere. Dipped it in the icing and the coconut, and now you pour the custard over top. Oh, so there is a school bread, Disney style. Okay, so here's the test of not just the Cake Lady's baking abilities. This is the Norwegian Pavilion School Bread Ultimate Tasting Test.
See if it's good.
Cardamom bread with custard in the middle and icing and coconut on the top.
Yeah.
Big, giant bite.
It smells very spice. It's got some sort of spice in it.
Cardamom.
I don't know what that is.
So people apparently go gaga over this at the little bakery. What is the name? I'll have to post the name of the bakery.
Kringla?
Kringla,
Something?
yes. Right beside where Anna. And,
I like it.
oh good.
I'm not the biggest fan of coconut, but
Yay! I could get a job at Disney and make treats.
I haven't got to the custard yet. So
Oh, okay. It's like working your way through a donut to get to the filling. They are really big. If I was to do it again, I would make them much smaller, but I followed the recipe. You could also make this with vanilla pudding, but I chose to make the homemade custard. And
It's probably better.
yes. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, okay. Got the custard.
Finally.
Yeah. It's very, like, dense bread.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a thick donut. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's not overly sweet. So, like, you probably could eat the whole thing. Yeah,
There you go.
good.
Yay. There you go.